how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video here. So today I've got another FIFA video and it is a squad builder, and I realised I haven't done a squad builder in like 4 months or something. It was like the last video I did before I went off FIFA videos. So without further ado, we're going to get into the squad though. It is around 250k, as you can tell by the title. It's maybe about 250 to 255, but it seemed pretty pointless putting 255k, so I'll just put 250k, but you might, with like budgeting, or you might be able to snipe some players, you might be able to get it for about 250k or around that area. To get into the defense of the team, in goal we have got Petr Cech, 88 rated. I think he's one of the second highest rated goalkeeper in the team. I was thinking he was the highest rated goalkeeper in the Prem, but he's the second highest rated, obviously Courtois being 89 rated. And looking at them stats, I mean, 83 diving, 90 handling, 85 reflex and 85 position. Was very, very solid. He costs around about, I'm going for 10k, but he costs about 8k if you pick him up now. He should be around that price, so he isn't too expensive. He is a bit more expensive, like considering like some of the other goalkeepers are like 1 to 2k, but he is definitely really, really worth picking up because he is a really good goalkeeper. Centre backs, we've got Koscielny and Alderweireld, both 85 rated. Koscielny has more pace obviously than Alderweireld, but Alderweireld is well, just as solid defensively as Koscielny, but I've had him for quite a lot of games, Alderweireld. Nearly 100 games I've had Alderweireld for now. And he's really, really solid. He doesn't have the greatest pace, 66 pace. Compared to some centre-backs, it isn't the greatest. But he definitely makes up for it in his, just passing as well, actually. 70 passing, I didn't even realise that, really. But he has got decent passing as well compared to some of the other centre-backs. So if you do want to pass out and stuff, then Alderweireld can definitely do that. And Koscielny's just got 78 pace, which is a big plus as well in this FIFA. Pace being as OP as ever. And decent defending and physical as well. So definitely, really, really solid centre-backs. Right back, we have got Valencia, 82 pace Valencia. I think he got an upgrade in the winter, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like 80 rated at the start. Now he's 82 rated though, 85 pace, 84 physical. 70 defending for a player with 85 pace is really good, so I would definitely put that down as a plus as well. Left back, we've got Leighton Baines, 83 rated. You can also go with short. I decided to go with Baines just to give him a try because he does have some really good stats like his free kicks, his penalties, and it looks like a really good, well-rounded card as well. Obviously, 75 shooting is quite a lot better than Luke Shaw's shooting, and I wanted to try out and see, like, with obviously Valencia having good pace, shooting and all that stuff, I wanted to try and have some more like attacking fullbacks. Short is a good option if you do want like a more defensive fullback that can definitely like stay back and definitely guarantee you to get the defensive job done. But I decided to give Baines a try. You can obviously pick whether you want to go with Baines, Luke Shaw, or maybe some other left backs obviously as well. You don't have to stick strictly to this squad, but this is just basically what I went with, and you can mix things around obviously, but definitely that's, I'd say Baines is a pretty good left back. Only played 24 games for me, picked him up for 2.4k, hasn't scored any goals, which is kind of what I wanted him to do, a little bit with like free kicks and penalties. Has only took 1 penalty. Missed it, but it was probably my mistake actually. I tried to go down the middle and I'm just awful at penalties on this FIFA, as a lot of people are. Did pick on an assist though, which is pretty decent, and picked him up for 2.4k as I've already said. Getting to midfield, and this is probably, well, the midfield and the attack is the most expensive part of this team, but the midfield, I'm not sure whether it's more expensive than the attack, but it is definitely a really, really good midfield. So first up the midfield, we have got Gundogan, who is more of like an attacking midfielder. He's not weak or anything, but he just kind of nips around, gets a lot of assists and goals. And you can see there, 105 games he's played for me, 12 goals, 22 assists is pretty good for a midfielder. You don't normally expect a midfielder to pick up goals, and also a centre mid, you don't expect, a cam maybe, but a centre mid, you don't expect them to pick up too many assists. So 22 assists for Gundogan is still pretty good as well, and picked him up for 15k, which for an 85 rated player who's got pretty decent stats, you can see there with the 87 dribbling, 84 passing, is really, really good and definitely worth picking up. Next in the mid, we've got Yaya Toure, who he has had a downgrade from last year. I think it was like 85 and 86 last year. He has gone down, but his stats are still really, really good. His on-card stats don't look as good, but I think he's still got like 90 physical, like 90 strength and stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. Picked him for 31k. That was quite a long time ago, so he might be like 23, 25k now. I think he's around that price. Has played 104 games, 18 goals, 10 assists. Not as big as Gundogan, but Yaya Toure is more of like Yaya Toure. What the fuck am I? Yaya Toure, I fucking said. Yaya Toure isn't as much an attacking midfielder. He's more of like a defensive midfielder. I can see there with 84 physical, 6'2". But he did manage to pick up 18 goals, which is pretty decent, and 10 assists. And with the 18 goals, most of them are like screamers and like shots from like miles out that just went flying in the top corner. So I definitely recommend trying long shots with Yaya Toure, because I think for most of the FIFAs he has been like more of like a long shot player. So I definitely recommend doing that. Cam, we have got Kevin De Bruyne, who is probably, I think he's the second most expensive player in this team. I did pick him up for 80k, which is quite expensive, but when you look at some of his stats and like his rating and all that stuff, and when you look at what he's done in the games that he's played already, only 24 games he's played for me, but 13 goals and 11 assists for a centre attacking mid is definitely a really good return. 4-star skill as well, pretty good, 86 passing, 83 shooting, which is pretty good for a cam. Obviously, you can get a lot of shots away, like you can see there with the 13 goals he scored, and 84 dribbling as well is pretty good. Now getting to the attack, which is probably the most expensive part of this team, apart from maybe the left winger. I'll get onto that in a second though. But in right wing, we have got ARNAUTOVIC, and I think this is, oh god, just ran off the fucking squad. I think this is ARNAUTOVIC's like third in form now. I think he started off as like an 82, went up to like an 84. And I think this is his third in form, maybe even his fourth in form. But picked him up for 101k. I think at the moment he's about 120k. I think he's gone up in price since I actually bought him, which is kind of, he went down in price, but then he shot back up to 120k. I'm not sure how much he'll be at the moment when this video is recorded, but at the moment I think he's about 120k. 76 goals, 76 games he's played for me. 20 goals and 14 assists is definitely pretty good. And when you look at a winger, you normally look at like just pace. But he has only got 83 pace, but if you look at some of the other stats, only defending is his stat that's like, which is like below 85, I think, apart from his pace, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I'd probably recommend getting him as a right winger in this formation, because obviously his defending isn't his strongest point, so if you put him in right mid, you probably wouldn't be able to do the greatest in terms of getting back, but in right wing, he would just flourish. I mean, 90 dribbling, 83 pace, 87 shooting, 87 passing, 88 physical. For a winger, 88 physical is fucking unheard of. 6'4" was one thing that I kind of thought would make him less agile as a winger, but for a 6'4" player with as strong as he is, he felt like he had like the agility of like a 5'5" player, like Insigne and any of the really agile wingers. He felt like that, which was kind of weird in game, because he looks like one of them like really like fucking elephant players that just gets like, just can't move or anything, like Lukaku and stuff. Now getting to the left wing, this is kind of like, you can just pick whoever you want really, because I at the moment I've got the 84 Purple Sun, which was like the squad builder challenge from ages ago. But if you don't already have this player in your squad and if you're in your club, you won't be able to put him in this team obviously, so you can probably go someone like Martial, pretty much any left winger in the Prem pretty much. But I mean, it cost me like 100k to get this guy, so in total I've probably spent about like 350k on this team. Taking out Heung-min Son though, it's about 250k, but he's played like 229 games for me. Hasn't been the greatest in the first like 100 games or something, which is why his stats aren't the greatest. But he is a really good player. You can probably even get like his normal card or any of his other informs, because he's a really good player, I'd say. But obviously you can't get his purple card because it's not actually available anymore. But looking at his stats, so 88 pace, 88 shooting, 85 dribbling. He has got an 85 inform, so if you want to get him maybe. But I don't know how much he is, especially with the Harry Kane squad builder challenge at the moment. All the Spurs informs and stuff are just rocketed up, because you need a Spurs inform for that squad builder challenge. So probably don't go with that inform. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously it's up to you which left wing you get, but that's kind of open for you to pick whoever you want. Striker, we have got Romelu Lukaku. Now, at first I had inform Defoe, the 84-88 inform, but he kind of stopped scoring all of a sudden. I don't know why, but Lukaku is fucking incredible. I mean, 8k I picked him up for, 82 pace, 82 shooting, and 84 physical. 6'3", didn't feel too inagile. He wasn't like ARNAUTOVIC where he was like strong and tall, but he felt agile. I will admit Lukaku isn't the most agile, but when you get him through on goal, just playing behind, if he sprints onto it and he's away, there's no one's gonna dispossess him, because he's got decent pace. He's strong as fuck, and he's got a decent shot on him as well. 17 goals in 24 games is pretty decent. 7 assists as well, and he's definitely a fantastic striker. So that is the squad pretty much. Obviously, like I said, Heung-min Son you can probably get if you don't already have him already. But looking at the rest of the team, I mean, there's no player who's under 82 rate. I will obviously put like highlights of the team actually playing games, stuff and scoring goals, just so you can see how the team actually plays in game. But hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have it, then be sure to leave it down below, guys. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.
Lately I've been feeling like a renegade. Somebody save me. Standing in the midst of the crowd, but nobody sees me. Shouting at the top of my lungs, but nobody hears me. All in the name of love. Look what you made me. I've been